everyone, welcome on back. My name is Jean, and as promised, we are going to work on our Halloween beadable pens. So I just grabbed a selection of different colors, and I need to get more pens because I'm running really low on pens. This is what I managed to find, a couple purple ones. This is actually light pink because I'm going to use some of these light pink beads. I got this one. I think I'm going to use her. I got some black, purple, and an orange one. So I have a bunch of those. I just grabbed a whole bunch of different beads and some focal point beads, which I call like the silicone beads, stuff like that. Got the ghosts. I got some candy bags. What else I got? All sorts of different things in there. So let's push that aside for a minute. Then over here, I have a couple tools that we're going to need for when we do add our charms. Put those off this side. I have, well, this I don't need on this project. I have a bunch of jump rings. I grabbed a bunch of charms, a few different spacers here. I grabbed a couple colored jump rings too. Just pulled out some chain, and then I got these, the nail art ones. We're going to add these on as some of our charms. I got the pink, the spider webs, the pink, the black, the little white ghosts, and we'll talk about more of these when we get to them. And I'll tell you which ones, because some of these I wanted to compare them. These are Temu, these are AliExpress, and I'll tell you if there's a difference or not. Okay, so let's just grab something. I'm going to grab, I think, the orange pen here. Don't roll off my table. Okay. What I like to do, and you guys do not have to do this if you don't want to, but I have found that these can come apart like they're rolling around in your purse, or if kids are playing with them, kids can easily unscrew this top piece. Now it does not affect, we're going to be gluing this inside of here, okay? It does not affect where your ink is, okay? So you still turn on your ink like this, and then to unload this one, put a new one in, it just opens up. And I always, whenever I sell a pen, I always give another ink refill. And the last ones I got were off of AliExpress. Sometimes when you buy pens, or not AliExpress, Amazon, sometimes when you buy the pens, they will give you refills with it. So I know most of the time on Amazon, if you buy pens, they'll give you refills. Right now, I'm pretty stocked on my refills. And most of these pens use the same refill. Don't worry about, the first thing I always do is grab a piece of scrap paper somewhere. And you want to test your pen, because the last thing you want to do, and trust me, this has happened to me, the last thing you want to do is make a pen and the pen don't work. I've done that. Now, surely if you want to change out your pen, take your beads off when the pen dies, you can do that. But most of the time, even when it's glued on, you can take your little, like a needle nose or something, and you can unscrew it. It's on there pretty hard, but I have gotten them off before, even after they're glued, because it's not like I'm using a super glue, but it's still, you still could do it. I'll actually maybe do a video on it. We'll take some apart after I glue them. Maybe I'll do a video on that later on too. All right, so the first thing, this is my favorite glue. I get the Ultra Gel because it's not drippy and it's fairly thick, but and it's hardly, like, there's really no smell to this at all. And it's got a finer tip onto it. I will leave the links in the description. I get them from Amazon. I get the 6 count right away. It is a little cheaper than getting them single, so I stock up on it because I use these for my pens and my beadable, my pokey tools. So I just put a little drop in there, and then we're going to just screw this back down in there. And sometimes I just use this to help hold it while I screw it in there. That should be good, and I always make sure it still works. I don't think it goes only so far down anyways, because it doesn't really go past your threads anyways. So that's what I do. Like I said, that's optional. If you don't want to glue it, just be careful around little kids, because, you know, what do these look like? They look like gumballs. if I sell mine, they always get glued. So let's see, we got an orange pen. Let's use this as our focal, I think, on this one. We'll use this. What do we want to do with it? Now, I do a lot of playing around, but I have done enough of these pens where I can kind of look in here and kind of see what I want. And this is orange and black. So I think we're going to go with these wood beads. And these ones are, I couldn't find my bead measuring tool. So I'm just going to give you a rough estimate. They're about maybe a 12 millimeter, these ones are. So let's put this one. I always like a round one on the bottom that kind of covers that up. I don't like putting like this down. I mean, this one doesn't look as bad, but it doesn't really cover up your hole. So I always like to put something like I wouldn't put a little bead like this. Well, that bead's not going to fit anyways. So this one's a small one. Some of these will go right down too far into the hole, so you got to be careful. I know some of these fit. This silicone one, it just kind of goes halfway down into the hole, so I really don't like that. So I make sure it's a little bigger so it just kind of sits on top of the hole. And I know that I'm only going to probably, this is what I do a lot of times, is I'll do this. Is I'll lay it down, and I know about where this is going to go, and I know how many beads I can get in there. So I know I really can't get much more in there. So I'm going to use a spacer. I'm going to take, I think one of these. What do we got here? We got orange and black spacers. So I think I'm going to use one of these orange ones. So we'll put that in between, and this should be hopefully enough. Now this one's not going to hurt. See how you have right up to the top there? So you really don't want to go any further than that. That's cute. And I always test, put the cap on first before you put any glue down. So I always test it, screw it on good, and there you have it. So cute. So that I know it works out good. So I'm going to put a drop of glue in there. Whew. These bottles are slippery. Just put a little drop in there. There you go. And try not to get that end on your fingers. And get that back down. And then just, you'll feel the resistance. It will only go so far. So there. Just going to kind of turn those beads so that they're not so crooked on there. And there you have the first one, and it works. And so there we have our first one. And I link as much as I can in the description. Most of this stuff is from Temu or AliExpress. Some of them I might not be able to link anymore because like these are from my stash. This one's from my stash, but I think you can still find these. So there is some that I might not be able to link, but you know, you can go buy anything. And you know, I'm just giving you an idea of how you can put them together. Okay, so let's take that one. Next pen, we have just our pink one here. Same process I'll do. Yes, first grab my paper again, just to make sure it works. And let's glue down the shaft first. Sometimes they're in there snug when you get them, so I just use any kind of pliers to help you get it out. You can whip these together pretty fast. Once you kind of know what beads will fit on there, you can whip these together pretty fast. Now I've done enough of these that I know what size I can use and about how many of each size I can use, stuff like that. And then, like I said, it's so easy to play around with it, take them on and off, stuff like that. Since this is the pink one, I do want to use my little pink ghost. This is a silicone ghost bead. So we are going to set this on here and just kind of like that. And then I know I got like this much space, and I like these, so they go with it pretty good. I know I got the best colors I could. Like I said, I'm running out of pens, so you're going to see a lot of pens in my hauls coming up because I need to restock. Okay, so I'm going to put one. I don't know if that's the order I'm going to put. I'm just going to put them, I'm just setting them down there. Let's see if I can get one more of those on. Then what I do is play around. So of course I'm going to always put something on the bottom, and then see if I want to do it like this. And you can do this. I'm not really fond of it that way. I really don't like it that way. So let's try this way. And I think I like that way better. And let me put down, make sure I don't need to put nothing in there. That should go right against her bow. Perfect, fits perfectly. So let's take that back off and we will put some glue in there. Oh, so these things are tiny. All right. I want to remind you guys that my surprise giveaways have started, and you have to watch the videos. You don't know where it's going to pop up. I kind of tell you in the beginning of videos if there's going to be a giveaway or not in that video, but you just got to kind of watch for them. Okay, so there's another one. I lock that one. I lock it. So let's get into one of our black ones. And let's see, let's do, okay, this black one. Both black ones are the same. All right, so let's see. Let's do, what do we got in here? We got a ghost jet. We have the candy. I don't have, I don't have very much to go with him. I couldn't find much that I liked with him, so we probably won't use him. Let's go with the ghost. I think he's kind of stinking cute. So let's go with him. And I kind of like this black and white one with him. But then I have this black and white one, so we'll see which one we can use. Because that one's going to be probably not big enough. So if I go like this, and so if I put that down, this is going to be too big. Definitely way too big. So I have these other kind of little bitty striped black, which is kind of cute. And then I think we'll grab one of my spacers over here. Now these have, let me see which one I think is one of these skinnier. I think this one's a little smaller. I might need this one. So what these are is, I forgot what they call them. They're not called what you would think they're called, but they are like a spacer bead with a hook, a little loop on one side. Can you see that? So you can use that to hang charms. I'll link whatever I can find. And this one might be too big, and this bead might be too big. That's not leaving me enough to screw down, no. So let's take this off, and let's try this one. And let's try this one. Get off of there. I got a piece of string on there. And let's try this one. I think this will work better because I need enough room, because I'm going to put that on. We'll add a charm on. We'll do all the charms at the end. We'll put the charms on. Now let's check and see if this all fits before we glue it down. And I think that'll work. All right, so let's take it back apart. Get in there, stay there. And let's add all our glue. So if you're using these just for yourself, and there's no kids involved or anything like that, you don't need to glue these down. But beware, I have had one in the bottom of my purse to test, and after a while, the top piece is what actually loosened up. Especially if you're buying these and paying money for these yourself, you don't want to take the chance of losing all the beads for it. Okay, so then we're going to go with that one. Put that one back on. Put our little, whoops, we need the little beads. See, he rolled away, so I didn't see where he went. Okay, now we can do this put some glue in this one. These are so quick, and if you have a big enough stash. Now it took me probably a year to build up a nice stash because, you know, I can't afford to buy everything at once. By the time I slowly built up, well, I should say by the time I found Temu. Yeah, Temu, and then there's another place I get from my big gumball beads. Now these ones this one here is probably about 10 mil. No, it's probably about 12. It's the same as that wood bead. That is. And then this one up here is probably a 10. 8 to a 10. Don't quote me on them because, you know, I don't have my little tool here. All right, so we have that. We'll put a charm on that at the end. We'll do all the charms at once. So that was cute. And you see, I forgot to check my pen, didn't I? Thank goodness it works. But he's so cute. And you can turn him. He can be turned either way, of course. See, I like the silicone because, except for this one, but it's a different type design. Most of them are double-sided. Okay, so we got that one. See, what do we have next? We have another black one we'll do because I got black and purple left. Let's go with one of the candy wrappers. And let's make sure this is screwed all the way down before I measure it. Our pieces. And then I'm just going to test it over here. And my pens come from all over the place, but you can find them anywhere because I get some from AliExpress, Temu, and I get Bumblebee store. What I think I can link that store for you. All right, so we're gonna put one of these, and I'm probably gonna put that in the middle. Oh, let me see. Do I have another? I have this one and this one. What's on this orange one? No. We'll use you on a different one. I know somebody who'll like that one. Okay, let's use... These going to be too big. I like the pumpkin faces. They might not be too big. They might work. Let me tell you on these. Rough estimate. I think these are a 16. I think they'll work. So cute. And they're double-sided. These are double-sided ones. And if you don't screw your top down really, really tight, then you have a spinner. All right. I think we'll do a charm on this one because we're going to do a charm on a few of them. If I can find where, here it is. I lost one of my toppers here. So let's put that on and make sure everything fits. Okay. And then I like to turn the faces kind of like, you know, you just kind of play with it as you're putting it down, but... That one's cute too. It says Happy Halloween on the little candy bag. Okay, let's unscrew that one. And we can get that all glued down. I think I like that one. Oh, I could make tons more because I have a lot. I just grabbed a few, but I got a lot more. I mean, I could do it definitely at least another video if there's time before Halloween. Okay. Now we can put these back on. Make sure your pumpkin head is the right way. And your Happy Halloween is the right way. Looks like it goes like this. And put that on. Put you back on the top. And... add some glue in here. That didn't go in. Oop, there we go. Grab a hold of it. Okay. Let's get his faces back. And then you can put this, I usually like to have the charm coming down in the back. It doesn't really matter because depending on how they hold it, it doesn't really matter. But the way this one is, I want it coming down in the back. And let me just make sure it's nice and tight. Still works. Okay, perfect. So we have that cutie patootie. All right, let's do one more pen and then we'll get to the charms. All right, so let's do another candy one, and I'll show you how to put it a different one on. So we have, do we want the creepy skull? No. Okay, let's take this orange one, and I think this one we're gonna put toward the top. This one we put in the middle, and I like that orange, and I really like these beads too. I think those would be really cute. Kind of matches the purple, kind of matches the orange. And these, I believe, are 16 also. Nope. These ones are, oh, wait. 15, yeah, about a 16. I almost said 18, but no. Grab you. Grab you. We may or may not have room for a spacer, one of these spacers. Let me try. We're going to try it, though. Okay, so what I do then, kind of like this little spacer. They're like, I don't know if they're supposed to be flowers or what they're supposed to be. Let's see if one of those will fit. But I thought they would go perfect with that because... And can I get a charm thing on top? I think I can. We could add a charm. Definitely. What do you think about that one? Okay, let's go with that, huh? I think we will. I'm glad I could use one of these. I didn't think I'd be able to because they're a little thicker than your average spacer, you know, just a little bit, you know. So, but they're cute. They came, that I got, I think, Temu. You know, I'll try to link what I can, guys. If it's not linked, most likely I can't find it anymore. But as far as all the beads and the Halloween things go, you just go on and search. I search Halloween beads. I search Halloween silicone beads. I search, you know, just bubblegum beads. That's the big ones. The 20-inch ones are usually, let's see, make sure that's all the way in there. Good. Now, how did I have that? I think I had this down, and then this, and then this. I love these stripies. These I got, I don't know, a long time ago. So those ones I'm not sure if I can find anymore for sure. Because those ones I've had for quite a while. Put that on, make sure it's on the right way. Put our little topper piece on. And some glue down in the hole there. There we go. And you can use even like a E6000. This isn't gonna go well because I don't want to touch here. Put this in this hand. I don't want to touch that end. But I think that has a little bit of odor to it. I like this. Really doesn't have no odor, and it's easier. It's got the little bitty top, you know, the tube there. What happened? It fit before. Why isn't it gonna fit now? Oh, because my thing's in the way. I gotta hold that down a little bit. Come on, why aren't you going on there? You went on there before, you were fitting fine. Oh, we might have to go without the, yeah, we're gonna have to go without that. No charm on that one. I don't know why I had it fitting on there before. Okay, that's okay. We won't put a charm on that one. We got two of them that we can put charms on. There you go. So let's see, we can put charms on these two. This doesn't have my charms in. So let's go with, move those aside. Well, I do want to use, so now these ones are from AliExpress. Now, for AliExpress, their pink one has a white facial features and the white one has black facial features. With the Temu ones, the white ones have the pink face and the pink one has the black one. So that's the only difference, is the color of the face. So I like the black one myself better, I think. It shows up better than the pink one. So if you like the black, you get it from AliExpress. If you like the pink, you get it from Temu. Okay? let's use one of these. Of course we have to. Although the white one will be good for here because we have a lot of white and black in that one. So we're going to go with that. Let's see. Do we want... Oh, we can put a spider web on too. The spider webs were from AliExpress only. I couldn't find them at the time. I didn't find them at Temu. Okay, and this is what that looks like. And that's what the ghost looks like up close. And this that's another thing too. Oh, I should point that out. So let me see if that is just a broken one. Nope. Okay. Yep, it is. So that one's missing its little extra little bead on top. This one is just missing it. So it might be in the bag. It might not be. I was going to say, I thought that one had a little bead on the top too. So what I'm going to do is, I bet I don't have my cutting tool here. I think I forgot my one that cuts. Yeah, I don't think that cuts. So I don't know if I can get my chain cut. So we might do this differently. Let's see if this will work. I'm going to take a black jump ring, and I may only be able to use one, but we'll see. Just put it on there. This one's getting in my way here. I think it's too big. This colored one is too big to go through that hole. But it will go through, if I can't get through the black one, it'll go through the silver one for sure. There it goes. So I got that on there. I don't know if I want to put the ghost on with it. The ghost is not going to fit anyways. It's going to have a different jump ring. So we're just going to put on just a spider web. Not that way. Let's go this way. And let me grab both my pliers again. I probably don't need the pliers. I could probably get it with one. And then you have that hanging. And you can have it hang anywhere. Like I can turn it a little bit because this is not glued down, just the top is. And then I can have it hanging more to the side if I want. So hang like that. Come on, computer. There we go. Went to sleep on me again. So there you can add a little charm. It's cute. Okay, let's add different charm onto this one. Let's add one of these. How about the cute kid? I got fun. I added the pumpkin one I pulled out. Let's go with the cat one. And we'll use the other. These are pretty strong. I'm not sure where I got these ones from. Let's see. They're big enough where I can kind of hold on to the one end though, which is nice. Now, let's see if I like it just hanging or if I want some chain. Since I don't have my cutter, I'm not sure how I'm gonna cut it, but you know, I think it'll work like this because this is a big enough jump ring. Just make sure they're hooked, and always I'll show you the jump ring up close for a second. Do I have another big one down here? No, but I can use one of these. Wait, where are my jump rings? What's the biggest one I have in here? This is a multi-pack I got. If you can find a multi-pack, get it. It's got like 3 or 4 different colors in it. Plus it's got all these different sizes. So when you do a jump ring, you wanna pull your pliers, make sure I'm in the camera, opposite, like that, okay? Not, I'm gonna put it back together and show you not what to do. My pliers are getting away. Do not pull them out like this. Do not pull them apart like that, because you're going to stretch out your jump ring and make it a funny shape. So always go kind of opposites, to the front to the back. I'll make sure I got that on there good. And I think I'm going to put him. And now you got this cute one. Okay. All right, so let's put these back in here. Show you what we've done. in 30 minutes about. Like that. I got 2 of them with charms. I'm going to try to pop them out. Okay. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now, look for these in one of the videos in October. I will be giving 2 of them away. So watch for that, okay? So that'll be one of the surprise giveaways. It'll be with something else, but that'll be one of my surprise giveaways. So if you really, really want one of these, I do not sell online or anything like that yet. I sell locally. I've had a little problem selling. I got to find the right platform. I've got to, you know, I've kind of been ripped off already. So it's never a good feeling to be ripped off. But if I can find a safe way to sell them, I will start selling them. And Etsy really isn't a safe way to sell them. But I will be giving 2 of them away in my October surprise giveaway. So I hope you guys enjoyed these. I will be doing some Christmas ones coming up later on. I have a bunch of Christmas ones, of course, too. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any requests or anything like that, just let me know in the comments too. As always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.